Officials at the Los Angeles County Juvenile Detention Center forced a 16-year-old inmate to take estrogen in order to change and modify his behavior. Hard to believe that happened, but apparently it did. Wesley Uchi is a civil rights attorney. He's representing the teenager in the suit, and we're happy to have him tonight. Mr. Uchi, thanks so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us how this happened, why it happened, if it's ever happened before. It sounds almost impossible to believe.
Yes. So my client was a 16-year-old male who was detained downtown near downtown Los Angeles at the juvenile hall. And about 2 days after he first came and arrived there, he was seen by doctors without his parents' permission, and they, for whatever reason, decided to diagnose him with a condition called oppositional defiant disorder, otherwise known as ODD. And there was no psychology test done, there was no psychiatric testing done, and the problem is that oppositional defiant disorder is otherwise a psychological issue that needs that type of testing. And what exactly happened was they came down with that diagnosis, and on the same day they prescribed him a dosage of estrogen. And they never told his parents or him that they were going to make him take it. And the theory is that with ODD, it's associated with higher levels of testosterone, which is also correlated with higher levels of delinquency. And so we believe in this lawsuit that he was prescribed on the same day this level of estrogen in order to counteract his testosterone, which they deemed was elevated at the time. The problem is that that's an unfounded medical treatment. There's no scientific proof that that exists. And what makes it even worse is that they refused to tell him what they were forcing him to take. And when he refused to take the medication, saying, I'm not going to take this medication, you haven't told me what it is, they told him he couldn't refuse. And because he had a pending juvenile delinquency case, he felt that if he continued to refuse, it would have a negative impact on the ultimate result or punishment he was going to receive from the juvenile court.
And so this, he believes, you believe, caused him to grow breasts.
Yes. So immediately after taking the medication, he developed a condition called gynecomastia. And what that is the growth of the tissue in the breast region. And essentially what happened was, all the kids at the juvenile hall noticed immediately and were making fun of him when they were showering or when they would have to go out to exercise, go to the pool, to go to PE. His parents, who visited him on a regular basis, all noticed right away that there was some type of growth on his chest. And being a 16-year-old male who's already pretty self-conscious and trying to get used to his developing body. Yes.
Well, it's grotesque, and it's also a metaphor for what they're doing to the country, right? They hate testosterone above all else. I wish we had more time, Mr. Uchi. This is a remarkable story. I'm taking your word that it's true, but I just have never heard anything like it, and I hope this is the only time it's ever happened, and I hope you prevail. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.